my goal.
Correct, Eric. Correct.
I don't want to be the best around these clowns.
Correct.
And
that's
the other
my
part
entire
about,
message to the kids.
Yeah, but
that's
the other part about it
message.
is like if you're being like, if I even felt like it's like, what is it being the best amongst? It's like if you go to an open mic and it's like, wait, I don't care about.
Exactly.
What I mean?
Yeah. That's why I tell T. That's why I tell T. Like he won the MVP of this tournament, and I was like, yeah, buddy, we're not competing with these kids. You're competing with the kids in fucking Florida, in New Orleans, in fucking California, man. I don't. This means nothing, dude.
There'll definitely be black players in New Orleans.
When I say like the Schaub, like even when I was a kid, sports is what we do. This is how serious sports are in my household. This is why the kids at 5 and 9 are advanced amongst other kids, because it's all we focus on.
Right.
So my mom, not even trying. We can talk about it off air. I try not to cry. My mom called me on Monday, and she has cancer. She told me she has cancer, but she knows Tiger's in the car. Listen to this. She knows Tiger's in the car, and he had his baseball game. She goes, yeah, I found out I have cancer. How did Tiger play? That's where my family's at, dude. That's just what we do, if that makes sense. So this huge cancer thing, I'm like, oh my God. She goes, wait, how did Tiger play? And that took priority of the conversation.
Ooh, yeah.
Took the podcast to a screeching halt.
Yeah. No, dude. It's like,
I mean, this is one of the more. We're talking about real stuff. It's okay.
Yeah, I know, but I know
you're making a point. You're making a point.
That's the value of sports in my family. So when your kid comes and he's a first timer, and my kid's fucking balling on him, it's like, yeah, dude, this is what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but again, there's something about, again, you manage your disappointments, and you have fun when you win. Yeah. And understand why you lose. It's like I always, even if you relate this to comedy, I always think it's like there isn't a bad audience. You can have a bad experience with some shit, some environmental things can be going on in a show that makes something go a certain way, but I always have the thought, I was like, that was my fault. That's how I look.
That's what Greg Fitzsimmons says. Greg Fitzsimmons, I remember we were doing a show at the Comedy Store, and there's big names on there, and dudes are coming back to the green in the main room, and everyone's dying. And every comic kept going, this fucking audience, man. Greg Fitzsimmons goes, no, it's you. No, they're here to laugh. It's you guys.
Yeah.
And he's right. He went out there and crushed.
I mean, again, I know I've done it long enough where I know if I feel like I'm working, then I know this is not the best environment today. If I'm having fun, when you have that set where you walk out like, oh man. And the funny thing is, we give the crowd the credit all the time.
Either way.
You know what I mean? Because we go, oh man, that crowd was on fire. No, you were on fire.
That's funny.
And then the other times when they're bad, we go, the crowd sucked. Nah, I put it on me. That's why I never say good set to people unless I really mean it. I just don't do that. Somebody comes to me, good set, man. And I saw them, I'd be like, thanks. That's as far as I'm gonna go with that. Because you don't need that from me. It's like whatever. I don't know.
So you're saying if you both, what are you saying?
What I'm saying is like, let's say I don't think, because then I question, are you just saying that to me because you want me to say back to you? It's like, if I want to say that, I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I just feel like you take, and I know too.
Well, now I just come off stage and I look at all the other comics and I go, I did good.
Yeah, but you always have been like that.
I know, I'm kidding. Yeah,
that's when you're in like a different realm in your head. No, but for me, I just feel like now as I gotten older, I even know, like, I'll go, I know what I did wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It'll be like, I shouldn't have talked about it. But you know what? I have to stop being so reactionary to it too, because like I was trying to talk about something at the Comedy Store one day, like a couple weeks ago, and it just wasn't going the way I want, even though I had the thought in my head. And some girl was like, well, make it funny, And my reaction was like, fuck you, bitch. You know what I mean? Like that. But I should have, you know what I mean?
Shut up, bitch.
But my real reaction should have been like, you know what? You're right. I'm working on this. I'm
trying, bitch.
Yeah, it kind of takes away the negative, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
Because it happens like that. I think, the problem is, people, they don't care. You know, you're at a show. They're like, hey, I'm at a show. I paid however much money. I had this $20 for parking. Hey, be funny, motherfucker. You know what I mean? And my thing is like, nah, this ain't no serious thing. I'm not paying my rent from this show, so I'm working on some jokes.
You paid $20 to see all these people, by the way.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm working this out. But again, my reaction to it is like, you know, that's what I just think that, and this goes to what you were saying about it's in your head. Mm-hmm. All of this stuff is in your head. Even how we started the podcast. It's in your head. Mm-hmm. Everything's in your head. Yeah, so it's like, it's how we manage that is going to be what makes us who we are. You know what I mean? And how we approach it. And I think that's it's interesting to hear. Like, you know, and then when you become a dad, it's all about, well, am I doing this right? Mm-hmm. That's all you can think about. You're just like, oh my God.
I got to roll, boys.
All right, hey, man, you know, we'll talk later. I'm sorry to hear about your mom.
Yep. See you guys.
All right, man. Yeah, so, you know.
Oh, it sucks, man.
I know.
Like, just families getting older and shit.
Yeah.
It's
hey, you don't gotta tell me, man.
Yeah, I know.
My stepfather, it's like.
So Schaub had a mental breakdown and literally started crying. I get it when talking about the mom, and the mom has cancer, but this was a weird episode of the Golden Hour podcast. The entire thing was about Schaub's stupid kids playing sports. And like, there's going to be other clips. That clip was the tail end of what they babbled about. And then Schaub left early, of course, you know, leaving, you know, the only this whole podcast, they uploaded it weird. They were supposed to do it at midnight. They didn't. I guess Cheddar Bob fell asleep and didn't do it till today. So that was even late, which was weird because it was up everywhere else normally, like Patreon and Spotify, which was odd. But I mean, this entire episode, it was Schaub and the kids things, but he let a lot of things slip, not particularly in this clip, but I'm giving you the general synopsis of this dude is in a lot of financial trouble. It's all crashing down all around him, and he's losing it. He's losing his mind, and he's now somehow transfixed, I believe, to lose himself in this baseball dad identity into which he can live vicariously and hopefully successfully through his children, because he knows he fucked up so bad financially. It's like, dude, within this episode, he's going to admit I was right about a specific argument that I have made many times, and he listened to, and finally just made it during the show. Like I said, I'll play that in another clip, but as far as this dude breaking down, like, it wasn't just about the mom thing. He was getting weird this entire episode about, you know, Panther and Philadelphia's Depot. Whoever that guy, everyone just keeps saying Panther and Philadelphia now. It's the most funniest thing ever. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.